Hey everyone, welcome to PastorChef. Today, Duncan.
Andy.
Great to be with you, mate.
Great to be here too.
Now, what are you going to teach us today?
Today we are baking and we are making scones.
Scones, you say?
Scones.
Let's do it. So, mate, scones, you say?
Scones, yeah, absolutely. So scones traditionally have been a little bit of work. You've got to rub butter into them, get the sugar in them,
Yep.
Shaping them, cutting them. This is a really easy one.
Ah, good for me.
It's good for you.
Very
it's
good.
It's good for all of us because it's easy.
Good stuff.
And
All
it's
right.
as simple as this. These are lemonade scones.
Lemonade scones.
Lemonade
Sounds good to me.
scones. So we've got here 3 cups
Yep.
of self-raising flour. So they'll rise up.
Yep.
We've got 1 cup of pouring cream.
Me too.
Yeah, and this cream is about 35% fat, so that replaces the fat from butter.
So you say pouring cream, not thickened cream?
Thickened cream.
Okay.
It's called different things, but there's very thin cream.
Yep.
And there's double cream, which has got 45% fat, probably too fatty.
Yes, right.
So just a pouring whipping cream would be great.
Great, looks good.
So we've got the cream in there, and then we've got 1 cup of lemonade.
Ah.
I've never made this with the diet lemonade. I'm not sure if you could.
Okay.
You could.
Okay.
Try it. But I find that the sugar from the lemonade is what gives the scone the sweetness.
Right.
And then again, the cream just gives it that fat that it needs. Now, we just now need to mix it. Now you need to get your hands in it. I've got gloves
okay.
there.
Gloves for me.
If you
Good.
want. If you
Good.
don't wear gloves, my strong suggestion is to take off your rings.
So you don't need to wear gloves.
You don't have to wear gloves.
But
no.
you're giving me gloves because I don't like getting my hands dirty.
Yes.
That's
Now-
what it's about.
Sorry, darling.
They're all coming off.
I haven't taken this off for a long time.
Oh no.
All right.
You suggest taking your rings off.
Yeah.
If it's not possible, just leave your ring on.
Goodness
wow.
gracious.
Well done, mate.
The
Well
wedding
done.
ring did come off.
Good job, good
Oh,
job.
look at that. Okay, so now we just need to get our hands in there and just gently mix it.
So I can tell that you haven't made scones for a while, Duncan.
I haven't made scones for a
You
long
haven't
time.
taken your ring off for a
No,
while.
that's right. Now, with pastry, quite often we mix it and we knead it so that we get a lot of stretch, but with a scone, you don't want to do that. You actually want to do the opposite. We're just mixing it until it just combines.
Okay.
And you'll feel that it feels a bit sticky.
Yeah, it's getting sticky.
Yep, that's okay.
That's
We've got
okay.
some extra
All right.
flour here.
All right.
And then just keep mixing it until the flour from the bottom of the bowl comes up.
Goodness.
Okay, and then you have to take it off your fingers like that, hence taking off the rings.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
So you can see that it's sticky, which is good because it means it's got lots of moisture in there as well.
all right.
But it's just coming together like that.
And
okay?
should I have a
See
big
that?
ball in the end?
Yeah, just like that. So it's just not completely coming off the bowl, but pretty much coming off the bowl.
Yep.
And that's enough.
Good.
That's all you have to do.
All right, great.
And then you can take off your gloves, I reckon, Andy.
Thank you.
But for myself, I've just got it all over my fingers. That's okay.
Ha
We're
look
just-
at that, clean hands. Hey.
We're just going to take a little bit of flour and then just put that. I've just got a silicone mat here. You could put it on paper if you like as well. So I'm just going to give it a generous flour like that.
Yep.
And then just pick up that ball of lemonade scone mix and just give it a little compress
Yep,
like that.
can do that. So not too hard.
Yeah, this is something you can do with the kids as well. It's such a
Yep.
great thing.
Yep. What I love about this is you got people coming around and you want to whip up something quickly. Getting this as a recipe in your back pocket.
So quick.
So easy.
And they cook really fast as well. And then what we need to do after we've compressed it, put it down onto the board there and just shape it. What I do is I use one hand on the side to try and force it into a rectangle. And the reason for this is most scones are cut with a scone cutter. But when you use a scone cutter, you end up with all the leftover little pieces and you've got to remold it, remold it again. And then by the last scone, the flours work too much and they become tough.
Right.
So I like to go a rectangle and just use the whole lot.
Mate, this is why you are the one doing the cooking. Because you've got all the tips done.
Well, speaking of tips, what is your message for
Well,
today?
yeah,
What have you got to say?
we always try and have a part of good conversation because
Yep.
we're learning cooking is one thing, but learning just the good ways of doing life is a really important thing as well. It goes kind of beyond the cooking.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about forgiveness today. It can be a big topic for some people.
Yep.
And unfortunately, should I flip this over?
No,
Or, no, just keep it
Just
going.
keep on.
Okay.
I'm just doing this.
You just keep going.
But you can shape yours while I'm cutting. That's okay.
Okay, good.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. We all face hurt in life. We are humans and there are people that end up hurting us. But forgiveness is an important thing about getting through that. And I'm sure you're aware, and maybe you've had it in your life as well, where we get hurt and we hold on to that hurt for too long.
Right.
It's like having an open wound
Yeah.
in our arm that we don't allow to heal. and it festers and it gets worse and worse, and eventually it becomes a real issue in our lives. Yeah. Forgiveness can be one of those things. And so when we have hurt, there's two things that the Bible teaches us to do. Jesus actually teaches this, that we should forgive quickly and we should forgive often. Right. And so when we get hurt, forgive quickly and we move on. It doesn't make everything right, but it helps us to be able to move forward. And the second thing, forgive often. Sometimes we get hurt and that hurt comes up on a daily basis, and we need to continue to forgive, because it's like breaking us out of a prison that we've put ourselves in. Yeah. So forgive quickly and forgive often.
I love that.
So helpful.
And it's so true, isn't it, that you can have really big issues in life that you can hold on to for too long, for years.
Yeah.
But when you say forgive quickly and forgive often, it might just be something that's happened at home, and it's just something you need to forgive straight away, so you don't even just hold on to it for the next hour.
100%.
Just simple things.
This is freedom. This is freedom in life. It comes from forgiveness. And
I have to say to my wife, forgive me for taking off my ring. I just need to make sure these scones are hygienic.
Yeah, great. And again, all of this comes back from Jesus. The reason that we as Christians forgive or should forgive quickly is because he first forgave us. And it's out of that understanding that we can continue to forgive others no matter the hurt that they've caused us.
Great message. Great message. I love this job.
It's so good.
It's
so good. It's so good. No, it's awesome, isn't it? It's awesome.
All right. So we've got our rectangle done. Beautiful work, mate. So
good.
What we're going to do now is to cut these scones. We're just going to use just a plastic spatula.
Oh, you'll lend me that.
Not a spoon. I'll cut first. So what I'm going to do here, Andy, is just mark them out. So like you could do big scones, but you could do little tiny miniature scones if you look at the markings there.
Yep.
Or if you wanted to, you could just do them into thirds. It really is up to you what you want to do. So I'm just going to go into thirds here.
Yep.
And just cut those there, like that.
Great.
And then just to shape that up a little bit, and then I can just cut again. So it's completely up to you how you do them. You don't have to be specific.
Can I tell you something? We've got a tool like this at our house. I've washed it many times. I had no idea what it was for. No idea.
There you go.
There you go. It's for my wife when she does baking.
It's a pastry scraper.
Right.
And it serves a great purpose for cutting things like this.
I thought it was a scone cutter.
It's a scone cutter. Today it is. And scones to me should be something you eat in the country, you know, like when I grew up in the country, just eating these, just something you walk around the garden. So let's be rustic with them, and you don't have to be too precise.
Are scones an Australian thing for us being here in Australia, or is this something for everyone?
No idea.
Okay. Well, if you're from another country and you're writing this and you do scones, I mean, I'm sure it's an English thing.
The fact that people call them scones, they must be English.
They must be, yeah.
So then I just pick up each one and just give them a little shape again, just to make sure that they're even sort of heights on the side. Place them onto the tray with a little gap in between so the air travels around the outside of the scone.
Yours look good, man.
Do they?
They look really even.
I think yours look fantastic. There's a tray behind you.
Oh, there's
a
tray for me too?
Yep. And just shape them like that onto the tray. We've made them about maybe 1 inch or 2 centimetres, 2.5 centimetres high. Straight onto there.
Yep.
Now, Andy, this flour that's left on here, I don't like to waste it.
Okay.
Waste not. So I'm just going to take that flour and pick that up and actually put it over the top of the scones. So I'll bring this over here so you can see.
Now, can I just, while you're doing that, I made at home the other day one of our recipes here on PastorChef. Okay. And I simply had the iPad set up next to me and I just followed it on. And a lot of our recipes here, we have the conversation, but we try not to edit too much of the cooking out. So you can actually set up and do some of this cooking along with us.
Absolutely.
As we do the whole process.
Absolutely. And when you go back to the recipe and you just want to go straight to the point, straight to the point.
That's it.
But make sure you go to Andy's point about forgiveness.
I had to press pause a few times because you went so fast on me, but it's okay. I'm all good now.
So the reason we put the flour on top, you don't have to put the flour on top. So Andy, you could cook them like that. And what you'll end up with is the scone will have a brown crust on top, like it will.
So we'll leave mine and then do the flour on
if you like to. And what the flour does is it actually is like a blanket. It protects the top of the scone from the heat of the oven.
Oh, right.
And what happens is when they come out, you actually shake that flour off and you'll have a sort of a softer, fluffier top compared to a browner top. So it's really up to you what you'd like to do.
Okay.
We're going to cook these at 180. They should cook honestly within about 15 minutes. It's that quick.
Sounds good. We'll be back.
Great. We are back. The scones are cooked. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
So you can see here with the flour on top, you can just knock that off.
Yeah.
But they've just got a different look. And Andy, if you have a look at yours,
Yeah.
they've just got that sort of more brown look. It's personal choice, whatever you
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, great. I noticed yours are broken open on the top and mine haven't.
Yeah,
What's
I know.
with that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think the eating quality is going to be the same.
Maybe, I don't know.
Now, mate,
They will be.
That was a really easy process to make this.
So simple.
But now's the fun part.
Now's
right?
the fun part. So what we need to do is with a scone, you should be able to just break it in half if you're gentle, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you struggle with that, like that, you can use a knife just to cut them.
Ooh.
And then
Look at that stand.
what we need to do now is just choose with your cream and your jam. We've got some homemade plum jam that my wife made from our plums on our tree. Beautiful.
Yum.
Got some whipped cream here. And Andy, I'm going to cut some fruit because you're going to do cream and jam. I'm going to do some fresh fruit and cream.
Great.
What would you do, or how do you present your scones? Do you do cream first?
Wow, this is a moment of contention, isn't it?
It is.
I would probably put the jam down first.
Okay.
Because the cream can become a bit slidey, and the jam
Technical term.
the jam can slide off the cream. That's why I'm going to go with jam first. Now, Dunk, is that the right answer or not?
Well, it's a question. It's a question of the ages, but I don't know the answer. I personally actually put the cream on first and then the jam.
Oh, really?
But only from a chefing visual point, because I want the first bite to be the sweetness of the jam, and also you can see more colour. But I think you should do whatever you like.
All right.
And while you're doing that, I'm just going to show everyone how to do this little trick with a kiwi fruit. What I've done is I've just cut the ends off, and I've cut it deep enough that I can fit a spoon, just a normal dessert spoon. And I'm just going to put the dessert spoon underneath the skin like that, and then just rotate gently, making sure that I can see the spoon underneath the skin like that. And then, oh, I've made a mess of it. There we go, back under, around like that. And then you can take the skin off and you've got a perfectly peeled kiwi fruit.
Wow, amazing.
Look at that.
Can't believe you just did that in 2 seconds.
And then I'm just going to cut the fruit. They look good. All right. I have to catch up to you now.
You're okay. Don't worry about it. Don't stress.
Please forgive me.
Don't stress. You're forgiven. You're forgiven again. Quickly and often, see?
Forgive often and quick.
I'm going to cream up. Yeah?
Yep.
Now, that's a good dollop.
Good dollop.
Wow, we Dunk.
I've just got some fig, a little bit of kiwi fruit, and I'm just going to put some raw honey.
Oh, drizzle the whole top. Yeah.
Like that.
There you go.
A few sprigs of mint to make it look pretty. And there we go. Some lemonade scones. The the plum jam option, or the fresh fig and cream and honey. Completely up to you. What do you think?
So good, Dunk. I'm looking forward to tucking into one of these. Thank you for joining us for PastorChef today, and we hope that you go about just taking into account all the things that are said, and have a great week.
Have a great week.
We'll see you in the next one.
Good to see you guys.